Welcome to Concept with Justin. In today's video, we'll explore the timeless appeal of garden landscapes featuring gravel pathways and an abundance of greenery. These designs blend practicality and aesthetics, creating outdoor spaces that feel inviting, serene, and seamlessly connected to nature. The charm of gravel pathways in garden design. Gravel pathways bring a unique charm to outdoor spaces, combining rustic appeal with functional elegance. Their natural texture and understated look make them a versatile choice for gardens of all styles, from traditional to contemporary. The soft crunch of gravel underfoot adds an auditory dimension to the garden experience, enhancing the sense of immersion. The beauty of gravel lies in its adaptability. It can be shaped into winding paths that invite exploration or laid in geometric patterns for a clean, modern look. Whether leading to a seating area, a flower bed, or simply weaving through the greenery, gravel pathways create structure and flow while blending harmoniously with the natural surroundings. The material itself offers practical benefits. Gravel is cost-effective, easy to maintain, and allows water to drain naturally, making it an eco-friendly option for pathways. Available in various colors, from soft grays to warm tans, gravel can be tailored to complement the garden's overall palette. Paired with edging materials like natural stone, brick, or timber, these paths become both durable and visually striking. Lighting enhances the pathway's appeal, particularly in the evening. Solar-powered lanterns, recessed lights, or low-profile fixtures illuminate the gravel, creating a soft glow that highlights the textures and guides movement through the garden. Greenery forms the heart and soul of a gravel path garden, creating a lush, vibrant backdrop that transforms the space into a living sanctuary. The key to a successful design lies in the balance between variety and cohesion, where each plant contributes to the overall harmony of the landscape. Tall trees provide structure and shade, their canopies forming a natural roof that softens the sunlight. Native species such as oaks, maples, or magnolias thrive in most climates, while tropical gardens benefit from palms or banana trees for a dramatic effect. These towering elements anchor the garden, creating focal points and defining spaces. Shrubs and hedges form the mid-level greenery, bridging the gap between the trees and ground-level plants. Evergreen shrubs like boxwood or holly maintain their structure year-round, while flowering varieties such as hydrangeas or azaleas add seasonal bursts of color. For a more relaxed look, ornamental grasses like fountain grass or pampas sway gently in the breeze, adding movement and texture to the design. Ground covers soften the edges of the gravel path, creating a seamless transition between the hardscape and the greenery. Creeping thyme, ajuga, or moss spread naturally along the borders, their low profiles adding texture without overwhelming the space. Flowering ground covers like creeping phlox introduce color and fragrance, enhancing the sensory experience of the garden. Container plants add flexibility and interest to the design. Large pots filled with ferns, succulents, or small trees can be placed along the pathway, creating visual anchors and allowing for seasonal adjustments. The containers themselves, crafted from terracotta, ceramic, or weathered wood, become decorative elements, enhancing the garden's overall aesthetic. The role of color and seasonal interest. A well-designed garden evolves beautifully throughout the seasons, ensuring there's always something new to admire. By incorporating a mix of evergreen plants, perennials, and seasonal flowers, the space remains vibrant and engaging all year long. Spring introduces fresh growth and bursts of color. Bulbs like tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths emerge along the pathway edges, their blooms creating a cheerful atmosphere. Flowering trees such as cherry blossoms or dogwoods add drama and elegance, their petals scattering lightly onto the gravel below. In summer, the garden reaches its peak. Vibrant perennials such as daylilies, coneflowers, and lavender fill the beds with rich hues of yellow, purple, and pink. Climbing plants like clematis or wisteria wrap around trellises or arbors, adding vertical interest and softening hard edges. Autumn transforms the garden into a tapestry of warm tones. Trees like maples and birches display fiery red and orange foliage, while late-blooming flowers like asters and sedum keep the beds lively. Ornamental grasses, with their feathery plumes, catch the golden light of the season, adding a dynamic element to the landscape. Even in winter, the garden retains its charm. Evergreen trees and shrubs provide structure and color, while frost-covered gravel and bare branches create a minimalist beauty. Decorative elements like bird feeders, sculptures, or lanterns add visual interest and keep the space engaging despite the colder weather. Creating zones within the garden. A gravel path garden can be divided into distinct zones, each serving a unique purpose while contributing to the overall design. These zones ensure the space feels functional, cohesive, and full of opportunities for exploration. A seating area, nestled within the greenery, becomes a quiet retreat for relaxation. A wooden bench, bistro set, or cushioned chair provides a comfortable spot to enjoy the garden's beauty. Surrounding the seating area with shrubs, potted plants, or trellises adds privacy and intimacy, creating a space that feels like a hidden gem. Flower beds along the pathways draw attention to the vibrant blooms and textures of the plants. By layering tall plants at the back, medium-height perennials in the middle, and low-growing flowers or ground covers at the front, the beds create depth and visual interest. Water features introduce a sense of tranquility. A small fountain, pond, or even a bird bath placed along the pathway enhances the sensory experience, blending the soothing sound of water with the rustling of leaves. Positioned strategically, these features act as focal points that guide movement through the garden. Open lawn areas provide versatility, serving as spaces for play, gatherings, or simply basking in the sunlight. The lawn's soft, even surface contrasts beautifully with the textured gravel paths, adding balance to the design. Sustainable practices in gravel path gardens. Sustainability plays an essential role in modern garden design. By implementing eco-friendly practices, a gravel path garden can thrive while conserving resources and supporting local ecosystems. Native plants reduce the need for watering and fertilization, as they are naturally adapted to the local climate. These species attract pollinators like bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, enhancing the garden's biodiversity. Permeable gravel pathways promote water drainage, preventing runoff and allowing rainwater to replenish the soil. Pairing the gravel with rain gardens or bioswales ensures excess water is directed toward plant roots, reducing waste. Composting garden waste creates nutrient-rich soil amendments, reducing reliance on synthetic fertilizers. Organic mulches, such as wood chips or bark, retain moisture and suppress weeds, keeping the beds healthy and low maintenance. Recycled or repurposed materials add sustainability and charm to the garden. Old bricks, stones, or timber can be used as pathway edging, planters, or decorative elements, giving the space character and history. For a more dynamic design, consider adding curved or spiral pathways. These layouts encourage exploration and discovery, drawing visitors deeper into the garden while showcasing new views and features with each turn. Curves soften the overall design, giving it a more organic and natural flow, particularly when bordered by dense greenery. Incorporating small bridges over gravel pathways adds an elevated, whimsical element. Wooden or metal garden bridges, painted or stained to match the overall theme, create a sense of movement and layers within the space. For gardens with water features, these bridges also serve a practical purpose, allowing paths to cross ponds or streams. The role of focal points along the pathway. Focal points along gravel paths enhance the garden's structure and create moments of pause, where visitors can take in the beauty of their surroundings. These points can range from small decorative pieces to grand statements, each adding character and depth to the landscape. A well-placed bench or garden chair becomes an inviting focal point, offering a quiet spot to relax and enjoy the view. Wooden benches with carved details, wrought iron seating with intricate patterns, or simple stone slabs seamlessly blend with the natural theme. Surrounding the seating area with flowering plants or low hedges makes the space feel intimate and welcoming. For a natural focal point, consider planting a specimen tree or shrub near the path. Trees with unique forms, like Japanese maples or flowering magnolias, become living works of art, their shapes and colors changing with the seasons. Large potted plants or topiary shrubs can achieve a similar effect, especially in smaller gardens. Layering greenery. Maximizing depth and texture. A successful gravel path garden is defined by its layers of greenery, each contributing to the overall richness and complexity of the landscape. Thoughtful layering ensures the space feels lush and full, while also creating contrast and visual interest. At the highest layer, trees form the garden's canopy, casting dappled light over the paths below. These towering plants add verticality and establish a natural frame for the landscape. For smaller gardens, multi-stemmed trees or dwarf species provide similar benefits without overwhelming the space. The middle layer consists of shrubs and perennials that define the garden structure. Mixing evergreen shrubs like boxwood or camellias with flowering plants such as rhododendrons, roses, or viburnums creates a balance of year-round greenery and seasonal color. Staggering the heights of these plants adds a natural flow, with taller varieties placed at the back and smaller shrubs closer to the path. At ground level, low-growing plants like creeping thyme, moss, or sedum fill in gaps along the path's edges, softening the transition between hardscape and greenery. These ground covers create a carpet-like effect, adding texture while helping to suppress weeds. Climbing plants, such as ivy, clematis, or wisteria, add an extra dimension to the garden by growing vertically along trellises, arbors, or walls. Their cascading foliage and blooms create a sense of movement, drawing the eye upward and adding to the garden's overall lushness. Creating seasonal highlights in the garden. One of the joys of a well-designed garden is experiencing its evolution through the seasons. By selecting plants with staggered bloom times and seasonal interest, a gravel path garden remains vibrant and engaging all year round. In spring, the garden comes alive with fresh growth and bright colors. Bulbs like crocuses, tulips, and daffodils emerge first, lining the pathways with cheerful blooms. Flowering trees like cherry blossoms or dogwoods add a dramatic overhead display, their petals often creating a natural carpet on the gravel below. Summer brings the garden into full bloom, with bold perennials and annuals taking center stage. Plants like daisies, hydrangeas, and black-eyed Susans add warmth and vitality, while tropical plants such as cannas or bird of paradise create an exotic feel. Herbs like lavender or mint introduce fragrance, their scents wafting along the pathways. Autumn transforms the garden into a symphony of warm tones, as trees and shrubs display fiery foliage in shades of red, orange, and gold. Late bloomers like asters and chrysanthemums extend the flowering season, while ornamental grasses add movement and texture with their feathery plumes. Even in winter, the garden retains its charm. Evergreen trees and shrubs provide structure and color, while bare branches create striking silhouettes against the sky. Frost-covered gravel paths and snow-dusted plants add a serene, almost sculptural beauty to the landscape. Thank you for joining Concept with Justin on this journey of garden inspiration. If you enjoyed exploring this design, subscribe for more creative ideas to elevate your outdoor spaces. Until next time, thank you for watching.